And we're back, baby, with Case 1 of Game 2. I've been starting soon for 4 hours. I am the most anticipated fucking show on the platform, baby. Let me go, I guess, title selection? Yeah. 2. Prosecutors Gambita. All right, new game. Ace Attorney Investigations Dos. Let's see what game 2 is like. Turnabout Trigger. Oh boy. Oh my god, there's 3D. There's 3D. Here it comes. The presidential plane descends from to make its final approach and lands right on Gourd Lake. Not Gourd Lake again. Why is it a hydroplane? Just listen to that crowd. Welcome, Zhang Fa. Welcome, Mr. President. It had that sort of scuffed Nintendo 3D look. And now, sir, your audience awaits. The president of Zhang Fa. It better not be that... He's got fucking lats, dude. Look at him. The odious criminals that dogged my beloved... Oh, yeah. Thanks to the prosecutor's office of your great country. Oh, is this happening like right after? Oh, no. You have our most heartfelt gratitude. However, friends, do not forget. The battle against evil rages on. Here today, I make you this solemn promise. We shall crush the wicked... Oh my god, he looks like the Beast Titan. Why does MFR look like the Beast Titan? Call the prosecutor's office. Get Miles Edgeworth here right away. If anyone can solve this, he can. Oh god, we're starting to get a rep, are we? Oh, that's cold as fuck. That's cold as fuck. Wait. Throwing on the fucking... Oh my god, getting the fit on. March 25th. Wait, March 25th? Is it of the same year? Because we ended the game on March 17th. So it's been a week since the previous game. Or a year and a week. But a week would be crazy. Then again, it kind of matches up with the trial ended on our side. And then a week after, the trial has ended over in Codopia. And so I guess this guy's coming over to like be thankful to us. Damn. The news must be halfway around the world already. After all, it's not every day an attempt is made on the life of a nation's presidente. Just in time. Just in time. I stopped also for about 10 minutes to have some dinner. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor. It came as soon as I got the call. The moment the phone rang, I knew it was serious. No one calls anymore. What did I eat? I do this thing now. It's a very good life hack. Every Saturday, I buy a big bag of pre-cut salad. No, I buy a big bag of pre-cut salad. I buy a bag of like bow tie pasta, 2 cans of tuna, a can of pre-cut olives, and 2 tomatoes. I just make the pasta, put it all in a big bowl, mix it up, and that's like easy, healthy, good meal. If you want to just like, you're not feeling like cooking at that time, you just freaking have yourself some pasta salad with some tuna and veggies. Here I am. You had some sopa? Thank goodness you're here, sir. Oh god, the introduction. Oh, by the way, you know about these games. Is this happening a week after the first game ended? superstition. Pasta salad with tuna and veggies does sound excellent, and it's very easy. Like, the time that goes into it is literally just the time it takes to boil pasta, and that kind of happens on its own. Just cut the tomatoes while that's happening, just chuck it all into one big thing and keep it in the fridge. It's even better the second day, because typically it's better cold. I need to buy some vinegar to have with it. It really goes really good with vinegar. He's the one usually assigned to my cases. Because game 1 ended and the date was March 17th. And this game started, the date was March 25th. But I don't know if it's of the same year or not. We still don't know. The medics just boarded the plane a few minutes ago. Suppose you'd better show me the scene of the crime. Let's look at it. Hey! Said hey! Yeah, you Ruffles. Ruffles? Oh god. Oh, what? Who's that? Who is that? Oh, some sort of reporter? You're the prosecutor in charge of this here case, ain't ya? Want to give me your first impressions? Anything strike y'all as odd? No comment. Damn. Nah, this girl? They? I'm just gonna use they. They are looking way too main character. Do they have a fucking bear trap on the side of their... A loaded bear trap on the side of their backpack? In this crowd, you just bump into someone, just fucking chomp their shoulder off. Now, detective, I'll need the facts of the case in as much detail as you can give me. Let's have it. Dude, why does he look like the Beast Titan? Well, the scene was right here at Gourd Lake, as you already know. A bunch of people were gathered to welcome the president of Zhangfa. Dijon Wang? What's... I can't see a pun if there is one. It's been all over the news for days now. Okay. It was raining until just before he landed. It let up and he went on stage as planned. Gun goes off, everybody runs for cover, terrified for their lives, apparently. Truth is, I only just showed up myself. I don't know a whole lot more than you do. Sure was, right in the middle of my day off. To prepare for my next case. And the boss himself calls you to the scene. Never a dull moment, huh? The boss? Yeah, Chief Prosecutor was right here in the park. Saw the whole thing. Who is Chief Prosecutor after Lana Sky stopped being Chief Prosecutor? First chance he got, he yelled at the top of his lungs, "Get me Edgeworth right away. He's the only man for the job." Something like that. They cordoned the perimeter off the park as soon as it happened. Okay, so around here somewhere. Now all you gotta do is find him in the middle of that crowd. Is it gonna be some of the, like, you know, they have white hair and it's like, okay, it's like a who's who. Okay, not you, not you, not you, not you, not you, not you, not you. They are wearing a hoodie. Okay, so not you, you don't have a hood. Not you, not, you know, like that kind of thing. You don't know what else our corporate might be planning. We don't have a moment to lose. Investigation. The president was shot at, which means a gun was involved. That's our first clue. Yeah. Duly noted. How exactly was the security detail surrounding the president's speech organized? Our offices were mainly focused on securing the perimeter of the park. The president's people took charge of the rest. He has his own team of bodyguards. The twins over here? Oh, I know how it goes. I gotta ask you what the other guy would say I would say I need to do. If I want to talk to them, walk over, press space. Okay, this will actually solve it for us. How old is Dick Gumshoe? Still 32. So I think it's literally been a week. This guy looks fucking rough. Why does he look like that? He doesn't even look really human much. Hey guys. Hey boys. You're one of the president's bodyguards, correct? Could you tell me how this security detail was arranged during the speech? 2 of our senior operatives were attached to the president. The rest secured the stage. This isn't our first rodeo. Anything suspicious in that crowd and we would have spotted it right away. So the president's security was tightly orchestrated. Yeah. But a gun was used. So that's how y'all go about it, huh? Sure is something seeing the pros at work. Hey, are you like the companion for this game? I don't get the Yatagarasu anymore. I kind of liked. Yeah, he kind of is Beast from X-Men, isn't he? Bystanders. What can I do? Watch this stream. What do you mean, what can you do? Wait, what? You have Go You on your shoulder. Are you affiliated with the airlines? Are you a miner? You got a mining helmet over here on the back. Hey, Ruffles, I asked you a question, dang it. What happens next? Well, we put all the information together, try to find the connections, right, sir? Don't give away the trade secrets. Connections, you say, and what next? Guess you'd say we connect the dots, connect one piece of information to another. It's Mr. Edgeworth's forthy. He's a logic master. Should try it now. Just Q, logic. They're saying, yeah, he was shot at. They were on the watch for anything. They should have been able to see it. Despite the president's tight security, the perpetrators still managed to carry out their attack, completely undetected by a contingent of highly trained bodyguards. This would have taken some serious planning. If this person is the attacker, I'm gonna be shocked, because that's a silly approach to take. And also, it's a waste of some really good character design. The assassination attempt was almost certainly premeditated. Well, yeah, there wouldn't be someone that just happens to have a gun that just happens to be here, and the president sent something that they happened to really disagree with. You don't shoot at someone that's giving a speech without planning to shoot at someone that's giving a speech. All we need to do is find the right clues, then make the right connections. I must make well-reasoned connections, or my truth juice will drain. Gourd Lake. Yeah. Walk up and press space, and speak with the detective with space. What's this on the side? No. The Steel Samurai balloon. There's no mistaking it. It's the Steel Samurai. His favorite. Old, young, it doesn't matter. Truly has something for everyone. He is such a, like, actual fan. Beats me why they had a Steel Samurai balloon at a welcome party for a foreign president. It is a little odd, although now that I think about it, what better hero to represent our nation? Okay, scour and search for... Okay, that's not a clue. Flag. Oh, there's a bullet hole in the flag. Something the matter? That's a beauty. It's immaculate. Here we see quite a different picture. I give up. Spill the beans. This is the problem.
Take that!
There's a bullet hole in it. Well, look at that. You're right, sir. Thank you. I know I am. No, the burn marks around the edges. It's a bullet hole. Burn marks? Was it shot from really close to the flag? Pierced by a bullet, yeah. Well, we've already looked at that, I guess. Yeah. We've already, yeah. Oh, do we need to go through it again? Because it wasn't checked. Okay, a bullet went through. Yes, it did. Now, Steel Samurai deflated in the water. Presumably also punctured by the bullet. What villainy could have befallen him? Witnesses said he popped right about when the gun went off. Did a gun go off, or was there just the Steel Samurai that popped and that was it? Bullet struck the balloon. If the bullet went through the flag and it struck the balloon, you know, that's sort of the line it went through. Feels like they didn't even shoot at the president. Time to put the pieces together and see what I can figure out. Yeah. Popped balloon. Flag with bullet hole. The line of the shot. Seems highly likely the balloon was popped by a bullet, too. No. Possibly even 3. Oh. Really? I thought the conclusion was going to be it went through the flag into the balloon. No one said anything about how many shots were fired. That seems kind of important. No? The hole in the flag and the hole in the balloon could have been made by the same bullet. Yeah. How many gunshots? For that, we probably got to talk to them. Ruffles! Ruffles! Y'all figured something out, huh? Care to share? Who is she? Rubbernecker, I guess. Seems pretty interested in the case. Now, that little sort of inland accent she's got, I'm like, are you at all related to Lotta Hart? Come on, give me something here. Come on, I'm walking in. Let's see. There y'all are. Tabloid. Okay. Tabloid at your service. I'm looking at the case for, well, just for me right now, but... Uh-huh. Well, what can you tell me? Any exclusive details you want to share? How about the perp? Have they made any demands? What about them there, Ruffles? Where does a feller buy a cravat like that? You be quiet for a moment and I'll be asking the questions. Yeah. You have to, like, really apply some force to open it. Here, I thought it could get me some juicy for my piece. Can you tell me how many gunshots you heard? Why, I most certainly cannot. Were you recording it, though? Can't just be handing out leads for free. That was my livelihood. Yeah, we all gotta share sometimes. Me, hold out on you? Well, if y'all are gonna be like that, I'll be moving right along. Goodbye. Wait for what exactly? If you got nothing for me, I'm gone. I preferred K. How it moves, huh? I wouldn't be so sure. I like to play a little chess. And what does one do in chess when an opponent adopts a defensive position? The board numbers offers any number of options, but some are more effective than others. No matter how impenetrable an opponent's defense may seem, it can always be overcome. Testimony time. Or is it... Are they introducing something else? Oh, Jesus, they are. It's chess. What? Also, why does it look like there's a clock here? I don't like that. I don't like that. Y'all ain't getting nothing out of me. Not until you get... If it's actual chess... Listen, I'm not great, but I'm not terrible at chess. My opponent has dug herself in deep. Oh, is this like an equivalent of like Cyclops? Can't afford to try our patience by taking too long. I must be conscious of not just my strategy, but also the passing of time. It can pay dividends not to. If my opponent gets too agitated. Fuck, okay. fixing to ask me something, well, you danged well just ask it already. When I see a crack in my opponent's armor, I pounce. Finding out what it is she does. The Gambit. Why? That's why it's called Mind Chess Commences. Oh, it's like a persistent? Why don't you begin by telling me about what it is that you do? I could totally not do that. Is it now? So you do something you won't or can't tell anyone about. No, shut up. I ain't no lawbreaker if that's what you're insinuating. Don't you see here? There's nowhere left to hide. Did I need to bide my time? Oh, the more agitated, I should wait. Got it. The more agitated they are, I should wait. Bide time. Kill them. I'm a law-abiding, everyday citizen, and you got no reason to say otherwise. I meant nothing by it. If it's something you can't tell me about, I imagine it must be very important work indeed. Well, sure, I guess. Leastways, it will be once I bag me my first scoop. What was that about scoops? It's a scoop you're after. So you're a journalist. Well, with a name like Tabby Lloyd. Sure, I'm your friendly neighborhood reporter. The hungriest cup on the beat. Okay, okay. Yeah. Oh, time replenishes after a move. The mid-game approaches. Were you at the scene of the crime? Come on now, Ruffles. You ain't gonna give little old Tabby something first? Nuh-uh. And I ain't giving you nothing. Okay, bide my time. This is my career we're talking about here. You gotta give me something. I feel like if anything, they probably made it easier. The more you might find yourself in danger. I ain't scared. I'm a pro. Takes more than the sound of a little gunfire. So you heard gunfire. You may be a pro, as you put it, but I'd say you're still a little wet behind the ears. You say you heard gunfire, so you were here. You must have seen something. Fine, I was here, I saw it, came to report on the big speech, wound up reporting on a shooting. You won't get more out of me than that. I'm done with your tricks, Ruffles. Yeah. Where's the record of your reporting? You know, like that big freaking magnetic strip you've got on your little weirdo Walkman thing? You gotta give me something first, that's the deal. Sorry, Ruffles, can't help you. You must have a record of your reporting. No self-respecting reporter would leave the house without a means of putting things on the record. Where is yours? Of course I made a record. I told you I'm a pro. Dang near wore my shoes out running around to this one. That's why I'm not about to just hand it over to the first person who asks me. I'm not just anyone, young lady. I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. You ain't getting it? No matter how many times you ask. I'll bide my time. She's a little agitated. You understand, don't you? It ain't nothing personal. I understand that your job is a difficult one. You do? Well, ain't that sweet? In such a competitive field, you must sometimes doubt that you'll ever succeed. No, I'll go plenty far, I'm sure of it, yeah. Just as long as I got my trusty tape reporter, I'll always be ready to nab me a scoop. Oh. Tape, huh? Intriguing. A young reporter, hungry for success, so dedicated to her craft, to leave such an important event unrecorded would be unthinkable. And indeed she did not. She committed the entire event to tape. This is my scoop you're messing with, my big break. Fine, sure. I recorded the whole darn thing. It's all right here. You got me, okay? Checkmate. This is basically... This is basically like, it is fun, don't get me wrong. I like that it's something different to what we've done at any other point in the game. I find it very, very funny because this feels like an autistic person's way to navigate regular conversations. Edgeworth is just like playing little chess in his brain to get conversations out. I was trying to be all strong and silent, but you had me singing like a canary. Now place the tape. If it's only been a week, holy shit, Edgeworth, he went on a training camp. Fine, you can hear it, but I got conditions. You played me like a fiddle, Ruffles. Only the chief ever played me so good. So you gotta agree to be chief number 2 and be a mentor to a rising star, aka me. Yeah, this is gonna be the new partner, huh? It's a big responsibility, sir. And one more thing. I want exclusive reporting rights for the first 24 hours. Come on, you gotta say yes. What kind of mentor wouldn't give a star pupil the exclusive, huh? 24 hours is more than I can promise, but the story's yours until the case is solved. I think not. You're no fun, but I guess a girl can't have everything. All for the sake of the scoop, huh? Alright, you got yourself a deal. I've got exclusive access, starting right this second. Check. Honored friends and allies, I am here today to deliver a message. The odious criminals that dogged my beloved nation are no more. The president passionately addresses the assembled crowd, as if trying to shake off the reports of his declining popularity by sheer force of will. Is that her, like, color commentary? That there's me. Can't beat a little live commentary, yep. Meeting is scheduled for just after the speech, correct? He's pretty pleased to be able to put the whole Yatagarasu situation behind him. Well, he should be. This is a great day for all of us. There's these 2 old guys standing right in front of me. They were whispering away to each other the whole darn time. Their voices... Oh boy. The part where the gun goes off is right after this. The president thrusts his fist into the air as the excitement reaches fever pitch. The battle against evil rages on. Here, today, I make you this solemn promise. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice. There's 2 sounds, but I'm betting there was only 1 shot, and the second sound was the Steel Samurai popping from the first shot. Two shots were fired. That tells us something. It sure does. I guess. Something very important indeed. It allows us to deduce the trajectory of one of our bullets. One hit the president. One... Oh, I guess the president was hit. That is a thing that is known. Which means the other must have passed through both the flag and the balloon. We can make a line through here. The position... The only possible place through the flag and into the balloon is here? This area, right? I mean, it could be here, but that's... No, there's really no good angle here. It needs to be here. Can you tell the thermostat up a little? Take that! Drawing a line between the flag and the balloon gives us a trajectory of one of our bullets. This is our shooter on the left-hand side of the spectator area. So it is gonna be kind of like a who's who type thing. You're a genius. I don't know about all that. I'll need to examine the left side of the spectator area. What evidence remains to be found may already be deteriorating. And also the people that are there, don't let them go anywhere. Like, clear the people out, but into somewhere where they are well known. I'm talking to you, Chief. I surely do. You gotta let me help out. This stuff's my forte. I'm the best crowd herder you ever did see. I'll prod, pummel, and push them wherever you like. I think a less hands-on approach might be preferable. I'm nobody's chief. Whatever you say, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Your wish is my command. We're not gonna be able to shake this girl. What do we know about her? Let me check out my record. Okay, this. 20. Hey, no longer freaking hanging around with 17-year-olds. That's a good step in the right direction, Edgeworth. Here you go, sir. It's all ready for you. Miss Lloyd here cleared everybody out just like that. You should have seen it. Oh, you ain't seen nothing. The chief, my other chief, that is, she sends him running twice as quick. Perhaps I should go easier on the poor girl. You really shouldn't have, all that running around. Your clothes are covered in mud. Allow me to pay for the cleaning. It's the least I can do. You mean my jacket? Oh, don't you be worrying about your pretty little head about that. There's a lot of, like, sponsors on it. It's reversible. All you gotta do is switch it around and alakazam. No more dirt. Okay. Why is Winston Payne here? Well, this is quite the situation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Edgeworth? Who are you? It's Payne, Mr. Edgeworth. Winston Payne? We work together at the prosecutor's office. What brings you here today, Mr. Payne? What indeed? Why, only the invitation of the chief prosecutor himself. In the tape recording, he was one of the old guys that was talking. Where's the chief prosecutor? He had to leave, I'm afraid. He's a busy man. They let him, and only him, out through the cordon. Was the chief prosecutor the one who did it? Garbage can. You even gotta pick through the trash, huh? Detective Gumshoe, pick through the trash. Aye, aye. This prosecutor looks on, his hands unblemished. Come to Papa, little treasures. Oh, hello. Hello, Raiders. How are you? I am Gallium GG, typically a variety streamer, although that has not been the case for the past 21 days. Because for the past 21 days, I have become an Ace Attorney. I have been playing Ace Attorney non-stop. One case a day, every day, until I do every case in every Ace Attorney game. This is, I will admit, the second case we're doing today, because sadly I did need to split the case from yesterday into two, because finale cases in games take a while, and I had some commitments today that I had to prepare for yesterday. So it was a bit of a compromise, you know. It's not really cheating, I suppose. But yeah, we're doing case 1 in Ace Attorney Investigations 2, which is the 5th game out of 10 total. So it's quite a bit of stuff that we're getting up to. Popsicle stick. Oh boy. Yeah, right now. Oh, let me tell you a little bit. We just started the case. This guy, who is the president of another country, came over to do a little speech, and he was shot at during the speech. And so we're trying to figure out who did it. The only evidence we have is this little map, really, which is the president was shot here, and there was a shot that went through a flag into a little inflatable thing over here, from which we are deducing the shooter was somewhere in this left-hand side. He's not dead? I don't know. We haven't seen him. But typically there's always a murder in these cases, so if he's not dead, he may die soon. And yeah, that's kind of all we have so far. We are right now searching through this trash can. Sorry, sir. Relevant evidence. Relevant evidence. Huh? Then we got something. Ooh, pipe brand bag. Yeah, we can uncover hidden details. Just tell me which way you want it, sir. You're gonna go now? Gonna go to bed? Good night. Thank you for stopping by. Anything suspicious around the back of this? No? Okay, let's just open it. Oh, well. This is the plan for the shooting and the gun. Lead Rook, second Knight. Rook repositioned in light of Knight's injury. Knight to immediately escort President to plane in case of emergency. Stay frosty, we know who might be in the audience. Rook is lead. Knight is second. March 24th. That's a presidential security plan. We know who might be in the audience. So this is not the plan for the shooting. This is the plan for the president's security. So the president's security are worried someone might be in the audience. Also, real quick, what were you guys playing? Oh, Mass Effect Andromeda. Is it just me, or have you guys been playing that game for a long time? What are we looking at here? Yeah. That's how they were positioned, indeed. Rook repositioned in light of Knight's injury. Knight isn't injured. Is injured somehow. Oh yeah, he had a little neck brace on. We saw that. Since September. Yeah, that is a long time. Wow. Are you trying to 100% it? Rook and Knight. Bodyguards aren't natives of Zhangfa. I guess not. He uses some private security firm. Okay, why not employ people from his own country? I know. Okay, what's up? I'm just incredibly slow at it. I have such a hard time playing these kinds of... Because it is kind of an open world game, right? Or am I getting it wrong? I feel like it is kind of an open world game. Did I ever own some kind of a Mass Effect game? I could swear I did. Sure I do. I was over at their embassy not so long back, sniffing out a story. While I'm there, one of my sources tells me that the president's got more enemies and you got hairs on your head. Played a bunch of bigwigs in the National Police Force, so he doesn't trust his own police. Yeah, I have a really hard time playing games that have a lot of exploration, a lot of that. Because I meander so much, I make no progress, and as much as I like, you know, streaming and nonsensing around, I need to make some progress in order to stay motivated in a game. So more linear games are better for me. I wonder one of these enemies could have been behind the attempt. Well, they do say you know who. What was it doing dumped in here in the bag? Hey, there's also a whole gun in that bag. It would surely be highly classified. There's something else in here. The gun? Yeah. My. Rage quit Breath of the Wild. Aw. What's a gun doing in there? Sir, this bag, it's gotta belong to the shooter. Yeah, not easy to acquire in this country. It's so funny because the game is a Japanese game. And in Japan, it happens in Japan. When it was localized to the US, they changed it so it happens in the US. But whenever a gun is involved, everyone is super shocked. And they're like, guns are so hard to acquire here in the US. Could this be the work of a professional? I would explain the security plan. Sure would. Take a close look. Shall we look at the drum? How many bullets were fired? 2. Okay. That's great. Is there something else we should look at? What's this? Whoa, don't look at the gun that way. A laser sight. He really is just like, what is going on with this gun, huh? Oh, a laser sight. That's cool. Fucking blinding himself, at least. Maybe shooting himself. If I press this here, definitely a red laser. But why did he shoot the balloon? What's with the second shot? Bag in the hand is worth 2 in the trash. And you to take the bag and the gun to forensic and see if they can find any prints. Got the results. Whoa. You bet it was. Told the techs it was ultra super high priority. But they came up empty. Doesn't actually prove it was the weapon. Yeah. No, there's a lot of stuff in this game that drives me a little insane, especially when I'm playing like the regular games in which you play on the defense side. Right now I'm playing, this guy's a prosecutor, but when you're playing on the defense side, because the defense's job is just to prove that your client could not have done it, right? That it isn't clear beyond a shadow of a doubt that your client did it. That's kind of the defense's job. To be like, no, there are, this is how it could have been that my client didn't do it. But here they expect you to like be like, oh, if he didn't do it, then who did it? Like, if you can't prove your client innocent beyond a shadow of a doubt, then you're not doing your job, which is a crazy way to flip it around. It's sort of guilty until proven innocent mentality. Inside and outside, top to bottom, sir. They even took the bullets out of the gun and dusted them. Okay. There's a little flag on the floor. I don't know if that matters to anyone, if you even care. Let me make some mind deductions. Premeditated attack. 6-shot revolver. Premeditated attack revolver. Not easy to find, and it's premeditated. Ugh. Shit. Oh no, my credibility blew up. Sometimes some of these connections are a little weird. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say there is no connection. Understandable. I'm not gonna do this right now. What's up with you? You're with one of the news channels? Yep. Can I help you? What's the footage of the event? Can I see it? That might be a little tricky. No, it's just my camera was knocked over in all the panic, and now I can't get it to work. Oh? You look like you need a little help, Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, she's here. Okay. Oh, she went around the line. That's so nice of her. Honestly, I'll leave you alone for 2 seconds, but don't worry. Your hero's here to save the day. That's right, the one, the only Kay Faraday. You're not a great thief anymore? Not right now, but it's not like I quit. I'm just on sabbatical. Taking time out for some intensive training. Being the second Yatagarasu doesn't come easy. Yeah, about 2 weeks. It literally is 2 weeks ago. Between game 1 and game 2. Holy shit, Edgeworth lives an eventful life. The case of the Yatagarasu, a mysterious thief who seemed to appear and disappear at will, who claimed only to steal the truth. She calls herself the second Yatagarasu, because her dad was the Yatagarasu. When it comes to stealing, well, I'm still in training, but I'll get there soon enough. What do you think I'm doing? I've been enjoying the festivities, of course. And afterwards, I was thinking of dropping by your office to see you guys, but now I don't have to. Aw, cute. Hey, Gummy, how you been? You're looking pretty full of beans. You're really here to save the day. Yep. Prepare for your jaw to hit the floor. Your best pal in the world here only went and took pictures of the whole shebang. Let's see him. I know, right? Mr. Prosecutor here is about as much fun as a dang toothache. Won't even let me call him Chief. When I'm forgetting my manners, Stabby Lloyd, Ace Reporter. Everyone's Ace something. He's no fun at all. This one time he... Oh, whoa, don't start. Yeah. Don't start that now. Fine, here. Let's have it. Took this one right when the gun went off. Right when the gun went off? He's dead. He's dead, actually. People running everywhere. Knight and rook. He does look like an eraser. Well, they look like a knight and a rook, actually. He's a rook and the knight with the little mane on him. What's that? Your eyes just lit up like a pair of dang Christmas trees. Contradiction. Allow me to show you. Another piece of evidence shows something different. Knight is injured. Knight to immediately escort President to plane in case of emergency. Immediately escort President to plane. They didn't quite do that, did they? They kind of put out the, yeah. Laser sight, 2 spent bullets. President's speech, 2 gunshots can be clearly heard. Thrusts his fist into the air as the excitement reaches fever pitch. Bang, bang. The first shot would have taken him by surprise, so I have to imagine maybe the first shot hit the samurai, the second shot hit him. And the way he is actually not very popular right now, I'm wondering if he orchestrated it on purpose for someone to make an attempt on his life that would not work. Find the contradiction. Well, knight and rook are in the right configuration. They are castled, as we say in the biz. Yeah. Deduction. The gun. It has a laser sight. If they were shot right, if she shot right then, frickin' he would be dead. Oh, isn't there? Oh god, is this actually a little complicated now? Is it the recording that's like he pumps his fist into the air? Eureka! This prompt claims another victim. Oh no. I mean, clearly the contradiction is here. It doesn't let me change it. I'm not clicking anything. So this is definitely the laser sight on his forehead is correct. Does the map say something different? It's much more stupid than I think. It's my attorney's badge. Is it this? Hang on. He lifts his finger up in the air. Eureka! Really? Now look at case photograph. Compare the two carefully. Is it not the same guy? Indeed, there's something on the president's... Oh, fuck, dude. That's what it is? That's what it is? There's something on the president's forehead? Oh my fucking god. They tried to go so easy with it, they made it difficult. Yeah, there's something on the president's forehead. The fucking laser. Some kind of birthmark. Oh, it's so stupid. Now, right there's a big old bug bite. Thought it was something important to look on your face. Spaved with such seemingly trivial details. Alright, duly noticed. Okay. Let's make a little deduction for dissuading me from playing these games. Listen, they can be really, really good. Especially, I think, these investigation games are like... They're spin-offs. The main games are generally not so like this. But also, you know, there's hit or miss with everything. There we go. Goddamn. I have solved the mystery of the red birthmark. The mystery. So it wasn't a bug bite? Oh man, this is embarrassing. It is in fact the beam of a laser sight. And shortly after this picture was taken, a second shot rang out. Because, like, the first shot had already rang out, which is why they were in this configuration, ready to protect them, yeah. I fear the president may be in even more danger than we thought. Well, if he's been shot in the fucking head, maybe he's not anything anymore. Used in the attempt, apparently. He's right. You'd stand out like crazy using something like that. Pew, pew, pew. It's not like you can just go around shooting lasers. Yeah. Pretty bad idea. Took a couple more pictures. Let's see it. There's one I took just before everything started going south. There's the laser sight right here. From two old men talking. And she said there were two old men. This is definitely Winston Payne. And she said there were two people talking in front of her. This is her. This, the shooter. It's Tabby Lloyd. That'd be more useful to us if half the frame wasn't taken up with your face. Come on, she's cute. Plus the evidence is in it. This is court admissible. A bunch of people in court are going to see her cutie patootie smiling face when we present this. Lucky for you, this was right before the gun went off. This one showed you before, after the first shot. And there's this person running in that direction. Got knocked over when everyone started running right after that last picture. Okay. Take a closer look. Before the shooting, please. Is there any hint of the laser? God, this... Is that the same bag? On the other picture? Maybe. Do we have all three pictures here? Can I look at all three of them? This one? No, I don't think it is. No. Because the shooter is that one with the red hoodie. I don't think this is the same bag. We don't even have the bag in evidence, but it was a blue and it didn't have that little side pocket. What is it? Look closely at the person with the red hood. It's and you told us you're wearing a reversible jacket. What you want to bet the inside is red. That's our laser sight right there. I told you, man. I mean, I get it's the first case, so it's easy, but also my mind goes a mile a minute with these kind of games. And all thanks to yours truly. Yep. You may have captured our would-be assassin in one of your other pictures, too. Let's look at after the shooting.
Take that!
Right there. Red jacket. To make their getaway. They didn't go anywhere. They're right here calling me chief and getting exclusive rights to this freaking investigation. Samurai dog stand. They escaped towards the right-hand side of the spectator area. Let's look at the right-hand side. It's you, MFer. Damn. The fuck is this? We have you now. My little Red Riding Hood. Sorry, he said it in such a like a TikTok horny ASMR kind of vibe. The entire park is cordoned off, and we know which way you went. Matter of hunting you down. Like a dog. Like a samurai dog for $3. There's evidence here somewhere. All we have to do is find it. Okay. Yeah, I'll do it. There's food on the ground. That's sad. There's a hat on the ground. That's sad. Hey, wait, is the jacket there? It's not gonna be the jacket. Oh, it is. Shit. The one the suspect was wearing. Then maybe it's not her. And what about that button? Red button. Do you think it's part of the... Yeah? The sleeve, it's inside out. The button's missing. Alright, let's make a real quick connection out of that. Seems to have come from this raincoat. Must have been pulled loose when the killer took it off. It was removed in a hurry, fast enough to tear a button. Our assassin disposed of their gun and bag in the trash immediately after, and then ran over and disposed of the... This was because they knew the trajectory of the bullet would point to a shooter on the left side. They removed their raincoat and hid it under the samurai dog stand. The fact that the right sleeve is inside out is a testament to how quickly it was taken out. Okay, why didn't the same thing happen to the left sleeve? Would they be wearing a watch on the... Like, the only thing... This is like a total, like wild idea, but I'm like... Would they be wearing a watch on their right hand, making their wrist a little bulkier? Therefore, it would rip out without unbuttoning. And wearing a watch on your right wrist might suggest you are left-handed? Is sort of where I'm going. If we're to answer that question, we'll need to inspect the raincoat in more detail. The inside of the raincoat. Oh. Oh. Okay, their left hand was hurt, so they couldn't unbutton the right. So we're looking for someone with an injury. An injury on their left arm. The right sleeve is inside out, suggesting the suspect removed the raincoat in a hurry. The left sleeve is just as we would expect it to be. Therefore, the suspect's left arm was never in the sleeve in the first place. Oh. Okay. Once we understand that, everything else falls into place. I was going fucking so off base with the watch theory, but that would have been cool. There's a blood stain on the left side lining of the raincoat, because the suspect's arm was too injured to fit through the sleeve. Now, does she have an injured left arm? Unknown. Unknown. Yep. A bit of juice. Need you to go and search the crowd for likely suspects. Let's look at her too. You're even smarter than you look, Ruffles. Taking all them itty bitty pisses and putting together the thing like that. You'll have your man in no time. Or your woman. Your Tabby Lloyd. Detective Gumshoe could never let you down. Physically, he could never. Mr. Edgeworth, we want someone who fits the bill perfectly, sir. He's our shooter, sir. I'm sure of it. He's the guy. Okay, well, why are we so sure? Come on, boys, you heard me. Did he kill her? I mean, he is like an actual full-on assassin, this guy. But I don't think he did it. And a bandage on his left arm. Well, pal, state your name already. Do you not know who this man is? John Doe. Charmed, I'm sure. John Doe. That's correct. I'm sure of it. Yeah, you are Prosecutor Edgeworth. Of course, I have been following the day's developments with some interest. Now, perhaps you'd care to explain why you've asked to speak with me. You're no doubt already aware of who we're looking for. Could he be Knight? Maybe? But no, Knight is one of the two guys that was protecting the president. Right? Oh, maybe. You're not wrong. He does have a haircut and an injury. That is actually, wait. That is actually an idea. Do you recognize this raincoat? I'm afraid I do not. We can do a blood analysis. My. What kind of perfectly spherical ice cream do you have that's flip-flopping around like that? Isn't that just shocking? The same would-be assassin happens to have an injured left arm, just like you. All I can tell you is that I had nothing to do with this unfortunate affair. I guess her arm doesn't look particularly injured, but she said two old men were talking in front of her. Which, I have a hard time getting over that. Showdown, that's what. Battle of wits. Oh, mind chess. No, let's not go there. Thanks a bunch, you big old grouch. I think it would have done any harm. Oh, this is an actual testimony. It's not mind chess. This is the sort of the core of the Ace Attorney gameplay. Someone gives testimony and you have to present evidence that shows the contradictions. I can understand why whoever wore the raincoat would be of interest to you, but you have no proof this person is injured as you claim. My left arm may be injured, but I can still use my right. When it started raining, I simply opened my umbrella. No raincoat required. Okay, so again, one of the things you always got to look out for is, you know, when they talk like a Sith, aka in absolutes, because that's a pretty easy thing to disprove. An absolute, I have no proof. I'm not your would-be killer. And I'm not in the habit of making baseless accusations. Yep. My wound seems to have begun bleeding again in all the excitement. Yep. If it bled through all of that bandaging, that's a lot of blood, man. You have no proof the person is injured. There's blood inside the raincoat. Objection! Easy. It's typically harder, okay? This is the first case in the game. It's a tutorial case. You seem like a careful man, Mr. Doe. But not quite careful enough. After all, you left something behind. I'm afraid you must have me confused with somebody else. The coat does not belong to me. Do you claim to have some kind of proof? Your wound seems to be bleeding again. I'll survive, although I can't pretend it's not something of an inconvenience. Because if it wasn't bleeding quite so badly, you could have perhaps made a clean getaway. As we have already established, whoever wore the raincoat is injured, and now I can prove that person was you with this decisive piece of evidence. The ice cream is sweating instead of him. That's kind of cute. You see, Mr. Doe, there is a small amount of blood on the inside of this raincoat. Blood that belongs to our assassin. Attempted murder of a foreign leader, causing a diplomatic incident. They'll throw the book at you. Simple blood test will give us the answer we require. We have the evidence. Why don't you make it easier on all of us and come clean? Shelly D. Killer. I am not your assassin. You would already be in checkmate. Now do the honorable thing and admit defeat. He's like, nah. Very well, you have me. I'll admit it, I was wearing the raincoat. But I did not shoot at the president. Mr. Edgeworth? The only thing you have proven is what I was wearing that I was wearing a particular raincoat. As far as I'm aware, that is not a crime. Let's go deeper into it. I am no assassin, I'm a simple ice cream seller. One who happened to be wearing a red raincoat while watching the president speak. I was as surprised as anyone when his bodyguards sprang into action and the shots ran out. We're gonna start pressing now to get more details. Get a couple more details out of this bad boy. An assassin and they're wearing a red raincoat. Yes, but maybe not. Intriguing, but that is not me. Yeah. So it is her with the reversible coat, I bet. It is her with the reversible. I mean, you can see it on the inside. It's red on the inside, actually. You're done. You cooked. Tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, do you really think I was the only one in the entire park wearing a red raincoat today? We're gonna press these statements, get more information. But a knowledgeable one, I assume, on the subject of ice cream at least. But of course, ask me anything you wish. I don't, yeah. You know what the most important thing about making ice cream is, of course? Why the most important thing about making ice cream is to approach it with a virtuous heart. Does virtue have to do with anything? That proper reverence for the craft, I'm afraid all you'll ever make are sweetened crystals of ice. I hope that you now see. I am nothing more than an ice cream seller. He happened to be wearing a red raincoat while watching the president speak. Is that so strange? It was a raining morning. Most people were wearing a jacket of some kind. Because we know this guy has shown up in one other game. And he is a professional assassin. His name is Shelly D. Killer. And this is his sort of mark. Which is crazy that Edgeworth doesn't recognize him. Because in the game, the second he saw this shell, he was like, holy shit. That's the calling card of Shelly the Killer. Kind of crazy that he's now not putting two and two together. Better that than have one of my hands occupied by an umbrella. I had ice cream to serve after all. I simply hadn't remembered until now. Hardly know what else to call it. The president of Genfa was shot at. Yeah.
Hold it!
You saw the bodyguards move before you heard the gunshots. If I recall correctly, they moved first. The one on the left. I am blessed with keen eyes. Bodyguards were written in the top left corner. Yeah, Rook and Knight. Bastian Rook. Whoa, you know his full name? He noticed the light from a laser sight. The man is no amateur. Say our friend here is no amateur either, yeah. Was especially quick to respond. Let me press on that real quick. By the smallest fraction, yes, he reacted admirably swiftly. His name was Bastian Rook. Gonna press on this real quick, but I'm pretty sure because the map says that Knight should be the first to move, but that's an issue of like reflexes versus plans. I don't feel like that there's a big contradiction there. One of extreme pain, somebody bumped right into my wounded arm, hard. It was excruciating. I thought my eyes would pop out of my head. The shooter was wearing a red raincoat, yeah. We'll get to the truth of him by catching him in a lie, yeah. $11 minutes, 35 seconds left. Oh, until Neo 3. Okay, I was like, until what, huh? Let me look at these. Okay. And then the third. This doesn't particularly tell us who moved first. This might.
Objection!
Yeah. As I suspected, you're more than what you claim to be, Mr. Doe. Then tell me how a simple ice cream seller knows one of the presidential bodyguard's names. You jest, surely. They swapped them around. Rook and Knight. I never said Knight. We only know those names thanks to the security plan. Only their surnames appear. Yeah. We all clearly heard you say the name Bastian Rook. How do you know? Merely slip of the tongue, except the ice cream is steaming. A little soon to be jumping to such conclusions. I did know their names, yes, and the reason for that is I know Mr. Rook. He and I are acquainted. We have something of a connection, and his is a name I could never forget. Is he the one that hurt you in the arm? I am not lying. I am, as I have always been, a simple ice cream seller. An acquaintance of Bastian Rook, yes. Should be easy enough for him to remember his old good friend, the slipper ice cream seller, correct? Please, you're more than welcome to ask him, although I think that might be difficult right now. Would imagine he's rather busy ensuring the president's safety. But suppose you are able to speak with him, and he does deny he and I are acquainted. How will that help you prove I was the shooter? You weren't the shooter, why take off your raincoat? It was no longer raining, it was quite warm. Hurry up and arrest the man. Pain? Nuh-uh. Why is this like a sign to the left pointing left, a sign to the right pointing right? Okay, cool. Fucking, huh? What's this sign for? What's the point of this sign? You might be willing to arrest the man without sufficient proof, but I am not. As the culprit seems all but certain to escape justice. Wow. Might as well share what I know. Okay, what do you know? I saw them. I saw another person with a red hood. Okay, and I believe you. It's the person you captured in your photograph. First noted them just before the president's speech began. It was still raining then. Their outfit was the same color as my own, which is what drew my attention. And then the laser beam that was aimed directly at the president's head. If anyone saw me dressed similarly to this individual, I could fall under suspicion, so you took it off.
Objection!
Yeah, I get that. I believe that. How very convenient. I know you law enforcement people are very skeptical types. You would never have believed me. Especially not if I'd said the shooter was standing right next to a certain prosecutor. No, to Winston Payne. Right there in front of the person with the red hood. Yeah, he is right there. Winston Payne, yeah. Is this where we're going to put together the fact that you can hear right in front of her on the radio? As I mentioned, I have been following your investigation with some interest, and while pondering the details, I noticed something strange. Come now, a man of your talent should be more than capable of spotting a contradiction such as this. The picture shows the chief prosecutor, Mr. Payne, and the shooter. There's nothing weird about that, is there? The picture was taken right in the middle of the president's speech.
Take that!
The radio. Yep. Someone's missing. Someone who should be here. Her. Supposedly. Because she is the shooter. She's right there. The person who is missing is you.
Take that!
Miss Lloyd? Yeah. Mr. Payne's voice can be clearly heard on the tape, considering he was conducting a private conversation, sort of hush-hush whispered. There were these two old guys standing right in front of me, as you said. She must have been very close indeed to capture it on tape. You still believe you've been pounding the right person? Y'all fixing to put me under the microscope? Yeah. Knock yourselves out. I got nothing to hide. Do you, though? It ain't like I was standing still the whole time. No, I was running all over, roving reporter style. That was a big old crowd. The picture must have been taken while I was in one spot, and the tapes from when I was in another. No, because there's a moment where it's like the president raises his fist in the air, etc., etc. If she did, it would mean she's the shooter, yeah. Little old me, yeah. Can we also check her for like gunpowder residue? I feel like that would be like pretty easy way. That way I don't have to do all this logic work. I'm gonna present the radio on the third statement.
Objection!
Yep. It's imperative for a reporter not to lie. You're dang right it is, and I don't lie. Except you do. You can't prove that, but I can. This one in particular shows something that lines precisely with when you were making the recording. The president raises his arm.
Take that!
The president has his fists raised. No, it ain't that simple. No, it is. Remember, we are concerned with the moment of the president raised his fist. Yeah. Is above the law. The president thrusts his fist into the air as the excitement reaches fever pitch. And then, bang. Tabby should be in the picture too. Right there, wearing the red hood. Aw, the trap going off. That's such a cute shocked animation. Wait. God, there's so much heart into this. No, I don't even own a jacket like that. The owner of the red raincoat is... Tabby Lloyd. What? You are the only person it could belong to. Oh, no. The owner of the red coat we found. Okay, got it. It's John Doe. You, Miss Lloyd, were wearing something else. Something that also happened to have a red hood. Yeah. She is wearing it. This whole thing, well, the best thing about it, like I said, you get mud and such on it. It's reversible, see? You just turn it inside out and it's red. Where the incident occurred, that's the side of the hood that was visible. Oh, wait, I never even wore it that way around, Y'all are gonna confirm that. How? It was raining, yeah. So it should be wet inside. I don't use neither. Come rain, sleet, or snow or shine, it's my trusty parka every time. Then the inside should be dry. Maybe I could show y'all some other time. I don't know about all that. Aw. Take it off and show us. It wasn't me, I swear. I never shot the damn president. I could never. Alright, cooperate. Particular reason why you chose to wear a parka with a red hood. I'm sorry, Ruffles. There's something I never told you. Something I couldn't. But I'll come clean, I promise. Just go easy on me now, you hear? Who is holding it? Hold your horses. It's a little soon for the end game. Oh, Knight. Jesus. Here's for you too, Mr. Prosecutor. You lost this one the moment you made your opening move. Guess I'd better introduce myself. Jesus. Jesus! Name's Bronco Knight. I'm the president's personal bodyguard. Second in command of the security detail. Don't point that at people, dude. Sorry, can't help myself. It's just too much fun being this good. He's doing it with his finger fully on the trigger. What the fuck? Not a member of law enforcement, so how'd you get a gun? This old girl's on loan from Jean Fa, temporarily issued to us presidential bodyguards. Never mind that, I got two tidbits of news for you. You want the good or the bad first? Choice is yours. Uh-oh. I'm indifferent, whichever you prefer. Well, I bet they have to, like, you know, server might be a little chugging right now. Whatever, your loss. Guess I'll push out the first pawn then. So you play a little chess. Ah, fellow fan, are you, Mr. Red Suit? You could say I dabble. Okay, okay. I'll start with the good news. President's okay, didn't suffer so much as a scratch. That means there is no longer a murder charge on the table, yeah. Yeah, because that never... Okay. The only reason the president's alive is because we bodyguards did our job. One of us did, anyhow. Our boss put himself in the line of fire. Is Rook dead? Okay, but you know what I'm thinking? You killed Rook. Genuine loss. Yeah, your friend here killed my colleague, my brother in arms. Heck no, I didn't do it. Didn't kill anybody. Uh-oh. Shut my mouth if I were you. Just got it. Hell yeah. We did what we had to do, sacrifice one of our pieces to protect the king. But to lose someone like him during a castling, it's a real shame. Yeah. The move where a rook switches places with the king. We'll need to see the victim's body right away. And if possible, I'd like to ask the president a few questions. No can do. It's the third piece of news, and it's the piece you're gonna like the least. National Police Force of Zhangfa will be handling things from here. Is that fucking wolf dude gonna be here? Is Shilong Lang gonna be around? This investigation was assigned to us. We're not about to hand it over. You're the Edgeworth, right? The one who solved the Yatagarasu case. Yeah. Makes sense. The chief prosecutor would assign this one to you. But that was a mistake. Big one. Should have given the case to somebody with a spine. If you enjoy diplomatic incidents, that is. Oof. You're coming with me. No, I bet they were like somehow working together. They were somehow working together and it was his plan. Dude, stop that. Ruffles, come on. You gotta help me out here, please. I can't have a feeling we still don't know the whole truth. Okay. You gotta believe me. It's very rare there's a case. Look in her eyes, the crack in her voice as she begs me to help her. This is no act by a criminal. She's genuinely scared. And if I let him take her, we'll never know what really happened. Oh. Who's Ekin? Get your filthy hands off it. Damn. Quiet now. Is that really any way to greet me? Your neck has barely begun to heal and you're already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed. Damn. Shelly the killer. What do you think you're doing, pal? Put the knife down and give up. You got some nerve pulling a stunt like this in front of a bunch of police officers. Stand a chance against this guy. Let's just say that I'm no simple ice cream seller. A hitman. His name's Shelly the Killer. You should know. Yeah, but you also should have recognized his fucking emblem on his outfit. This isn't the first time our paths have crossed. It's been too long, Mr. Edgeworth. But of course, this is the first time we've met face to face. You're the assassin? In a sense, yes. Certain someone did hire me to carry out a contract, and the contract did indeed specify that I was to assassinate President Wan. My bandage proved useful for bringing a knife into the park undetected, but I miscalculated in certain other regards. Shall we play a little game, Mr. Knight? I know how fond you are of such diversions. The stakes must be high in order for it to be fun. Of course, shall we wager your life? I would like for you to allow Mr. Edgeworth to remain in charge of the case. I would simply like our mutual friend to see things through to their conclusion. Maybe he was actually friends with Rook. Bastian Rook was a man of great skill, one with whom I felt a certain connection. It is only right that the truth behind his death be brought to light. With Mr. Rook's departure, the case is now yours to investigate, is it not, Mr. Knight? Simply asking you to transfer that authority to Mr. Edgeworth. Not something worth using your life over, surely. Am I really? I suppose it is true that in order for the investigation to proceed, we will need to enter the presidential plane. Here, I thought you were only second in command. Uh-huh. Of course I do. I'm the leader now. Me. Ugly intent is showing. I would ask that you make a choice worthy of a leader. Would you needlessly throw away your life, or will you allow the investigation to continue? What is he plotting? It seems we have little choice but to do as we're told. I'll buy us some time as I investigate. Meanwhile, you gather the other officers. Surround the plane, make absolutely certain there is no way he can escape. I bet you he's gonna escape on the plane. He's gonna hijack it and just fly off. Saved. With the death of Bastian Rook and the revelation that Shelley the Killer was in our midst, the case had taken a turn we could have never predicted. Ordered that the door to the presidential plane be opened, and in we went. He has been shot in the side. Like, did it go through his freaking Kevlar plate? Or was that what the president was wearing? No president in sight. Who knows? So he's hiding behind the bulkhead door over there, is he? As courageous in the face of danger as ever. Sorry to disappoint, but did you seriously expect him to be standing there waiting to meet his assassin? My interest lies only in the successful conclusion of this investigation. If you would be so kind as to examine the body. Is this gonna be like that episode? I don't know if I said episode 1. It's one of the early episodes of the TV show Monk, where it seems like someone is trying to kill an important political figure, but actually they were trying to kill the bodyguard all along. They just faked it to look like they were trying to kill that president. Okay, Faraday, great thief extraordinaire. We'll just have to take it from here. Nope. She's not gonna solve the case. I will provide vital assistance. Because Gumshoe is not around. Do not draw it out for as long as possible. I beg you. Inflatable boat and an oar. You can still row with only one oar. Yeah. Gas masks? Certainly seems to think he's at risk of assassination at all times. 2 gas masks, though. Not from the Jammin' Ninja, you know, my favorite kids' TV show. Princess Murasaki was getting married, but Toxic Ninja Wolfsbane showed up to lay down. Oof. Looks heavy. This is what the president wears. Must be made of something super special. So that means there's a bullet here. There's a bullet that went through the flag into the dummy. Why is there a bullet in that guy? Why don't you just say so? Now I just feeling. Okay, what's this? Curious expression staring straight at me. Does it have a lever on it? Don't even think about it. What is the lever? Oh, the panel's beneath my feet. Got it. I strongly advise you not to pull it. Do so and you will regret it. Yeah, okay. What are these? Safety alarms. Oh, okay. Unlike the president, he seems like a thoughtful guy. Buying these for his kids, maybe his wife too. I think they're all for him. It's simply not possible for one person to use this many personal alarms. Because he is human and therefore possesses only 2 hands. Okay. Air mask, etc. What's this stuff? Bank of monitors displaying camera feeds from in and around the place. This is not a monitor. This is just a shelf with a thing in it. It's the president's favorite plushie. It's a memento of something. Anyway, don't touch. Left up there like nobody cares about it? Yeah, that is pretty weird. There's almost certainly another monitor here. There's a missing monitor. Presumably because it got punctured when you shot him. Canary in a cage. Oh no. Yeah, she could help me with lockpicking, stuff like that. Probably is used to detect poisonous gas, actually, yeah. Let's look at the dead body. He has been shot right in his freaking tickler. Oh no. Went clean through the body. Where did it end up? The monitor? Like it was on purpose or something. Would appear to be loss of blood. Attempts were made to stanch it, but no avail. Stanch? Staunch it, no? Must have brought in to try and save him. Sadly, it was too little too late. Yeah, a shot from in there would be kind of crazy. Bodyguard to the president of Zhangfa. He's one of the guys that brought the president inside as soon as the shooting started. He continued to do his duty right up until his dying breath. Bodyguards don't even operate on the same rank promotion system as the police. Okay, his gun. He was trying to use it. All there. He did not fire. Sure was. We're always issued the same model gun. And the shield. Bodyguards use them to shield their clients from gunfire. Yeah. Yeah. That's the photo you took, yeah. I'm snatching up a moment in time. She stole that moment. Good thief, good thief. Okay. Anything else? Belt? I think we've already looked at everything then. Or not? Okay. The blood? Oh, the blood. Someone were to open it, everyone would fall through. Mr. Rook, Mr. the Killer. I mean, I wouldn't dream of thinking of ways to take you down. Okay, now? Now we have. Okay, let's make some connections real quick. Has not been fired. It's the same model, but I'm not sure that okay. Did it end up in the bulletproof vest? Oh, I guess so. We know this because 2 shots were heard. One traveled through the flag and into the balloon. The other took Mr. Rook's life. Now, indeed, the numbers don't add up. There's one possible explanation. Bullet went in, out, into the vest. 2 of our bullets were in fact 1. If the president hadn't been wearing that vest, things could have been a lot worse. He could have died, yeah. Even obstructed by a vest, the bullet can inflict serious damage. But it already went... Yeah, and it already went through one guy, so I see it. I see how it could have been easier. Ballistic markings. Well, how could you get ballistic markings out of a bullet that's fucking flattened against ceramic plate? And use them to identify which gun it came from. That bullet hits solid armor. The impact will have completely flattened it. Yeah. Yep. They are the same model of gun. Two guns are exactly the same, meaning it's likely the one we found is also from Zhengfa. All got their guns from the Zhengfa authorities. Yep. Are they super rare? This model isn't exactly easy to come by in this country, but it's certainly not impossible either. You actually responded for once. Unless you meant to point out if the guns were rarer, it would be much easier to trace. Yeah. You could say everything is it. Yeah, I guess so. On with the investigation. What's going on with you, girl? I didn't do it. I'm a reporter. I bag scoops, not souls. Yeah, why lie about your jacket and the laser sight? I knew y'all would think it was fishy. Yeah. Well, wanna explain what it was if it wasn't you shooting the president? You gotta believe me, I could never do something like this. You really are innocent, I'll prove it. I am not your chief. Present. Where'd you get the gun from? The prosecutor pulled out a revolver and pointed it right at the innocent young reporter. Her tragically short life over, almost before it had begun. She crumpled, doll-like, into a watery grave. It's like she's doing a little podcast. But if I wait that long, I won't be able to say nothing at all. Okay. What about this? How'd you come across this? She hasn't got anything to say about it. Okay. Your tape. Uh-huh, you don't need to say anymore. Just a lousy reporter who can speak for herself, let alone the people. Truth is always hidden within the evidence, and it will always reveal itself in the end. Cute. Anything about the photos? Okay, that's the same prompt. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. Wow, I got it. What about the red raincoat? Nothing from you on that? Understandable. What about the dead guy? I didn't know the guy. I didn't have no reason to kill him. Yeah, I didn't have no reason to kill him either. What was it you said you came here to do today? That is, well, you know how... Oh, just quit trying to trick a girl, will you? I'm sorry, you got me. Okay. Not much here, though. Can I talk to you? Things are progressing well, I hope. Yeah, they are. Remember, I absolutely despise betrayals of all kinds. Indeed you do, so please do take care not to double-cross me, accidentally or otherwise. Can't believe I let an assassin onto the president's plane. You know very well it was for the good of the investigation, Mr. Knight. You do indeed, because you heard me say it already. I wish to know the truth behind Mr. Rook's death. By whom? You seem to have forgotten there are more pressing matters at hand. I don't often carry out unpaid work, but it's not entirely unheard of. Such frightfully blunt instrument. No knowledge or skill required. The use of such a tool speaks to fundamental lack of reverence for the craft, wouldn't you say? Indeed I am, Mr. Edgeworth. You wouldn't agree? A weapon is a weapon. Yeah. Nothing about that. Okay. The clipping. So you're also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Edgeworth. If you would like to talk business, we can do so later in private. Oh, he thinks I'm... Steel samurai balloon. Nothing. Red raincoat. A single piece of evidence was all it took for you to track me down. You really are as good as they say. As I said, I did not wish to be mistaken for the shooter. Shooter you identified by means of a different jacket entirely. Nothing about the security monitors. Okay. Dead guy. Not even Brooks saw it coming. Who could blame him? Guy like that getting killed by some minor league hack. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, continue your investigation. Nothing about the bulletproof case? What about the bulletproof vest? Also nothing. Looked at this, I've looked at this. Wide selection of protective equipment, bulletproof vest, hazmat gear, a spacesuit. What if he was in a gunfight and there was poison gas everywhere and he was in space? He simply put on the bulletproof vest, the hazmat gear, and the spacesuit. President is on the other side of this door. Bet I could get the better of it though. Look how heavy it is. Look at that lock. Just sitting there begging me to try it. Oh, she is gonna be a great thief. She's got a love for the art. Calm down, Kay, and think. Why might this door be locked? For you to open it, of course. No. No, no, no. Wait, what? What is the right answer? Didn't we already check this? I don't believe there is anything more to be found. It's displaying the inside. What's with this one that's not working? I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Displaying the outside. Could not hope to approach without being spotted, but such measures would be mere child's play in my case. Of course, with ease. Please, are you taking on apprentices? Whoa, that's a full-on killer, girl. I'd ask, though, what a great skill for a great thief to know. I'm not the type to take on understudies. Well, it is what it is. We already looked at this. We looked at the glass. Is there any more deductions for me to make? No, there's not. Okay. So what am I... Oh, more? Oh, these files. So true. Never looked at them. Also covered in case amphibious assault. Knight was supposed to be here. Rook was supposed to be here. But they were switched. Like the one from the trash can. Hey, congratulations. Have fun playing. What is off? The positions?
Eureka!
The two plans are different. Yeah, the second plan does say they switched places, though. We made some last-minute changes yesterday. President's orders. Because of what happened the day before. The killer here tried to take him down. He infiltrated the security detail, posed as one of us. You two do look pretty similar, actually. Brooke figured it out first, but not before the guy got within striking distance. If our leader hadn't stepped in just then, we'd all have been out of a job. And then he got grabbed right in the neck. But he made it, and our friend here wound up with a seriously twisted arm. Brooke put a bullet in it for good measure, too. You were the first one I overpowered, were you not? Shut up, kid. Yeah. Busted up my neck so bad I can't even look to my right. You're a pawn to his queen, my young friend. You admired his skills as a bodyguard. Indeed, while I was serving on the team, I learned the names of all the operatives, but his in particular stayed with me. It joined the very short list of those who have ever successfully wounded me. Had to be sure there weren't any more assassins in the ranks, so they changed it last minute. And they only put the two of them. Okay. Yeah, you flipped around. I can't turn my neck to the right. Could only cover the president's left side. Wound up moving the right side of the stage. Okay. Got it. Got it. For sure, for sure. It's quite enough investigating for now. Perhaps interviewing another key witness might help you do so. Knight? The most important witness of all, the man on the other side of that door. Oh, the president. You would be so kind as to summon him, Mr. Edgeworth. You're nuts if you think I'd let him anywhere near you. In which case, I politely request that you show yourself. If you value your bodyguard's life. Well, that's the point of a bodyguard, though, to take the hit. Nothing else? We now know what kind of a man you really are. Stop! You can't do this! Let's all just calm down, alright? Couldn't we talk to him through the TVs? Lights? I would advise you to stay very still. It seems I will not be granted my audience with the president after all, even with Mr. Knight's life as my bargaining chip. I have seen enough, and now I know the truth. I leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth. Sir. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Oh, Knight is alright? The boat and oar are missing, so I assume he took them. Sir, you're okay. Yeah, I am. Didn't hurt you, did he, Kay? Nah. My head will be sore for a while, but that's about it. Miss Lloyd came running out of the plane and she told us he'd flown the coop. Bodyguard over there told us something too. There's an inflatable boat missing from by the window. Yeah. He is gone. Called everyone back to stake out the plane, including the guys stationed across the water. She ran away. Yeah, no thanks to that murderer. What happened? His calling card, yeah. That I could have been. Maybe that's the message. I'll leave the rest in your capable hands. He has seen enough. He knows the truth. President's coming out. Time to talk to him. God. Fucking this guy. So he's the president of Zhengfa, Mr. Dejan Wang. It's an honor to meet you, Mr. President. My name is Miles Edgeworth. The honor is all mine. Your efforts on behalf of Zhengfa have not gone unnoticed. You averted something of a crisis. Yeah, Yatagarasu stuff. All I did was solve a few local cases of murder. You're too humble. I've been observing your investigation. You're an impressive operator, Mr. Edgeworth, even if the killer did get away. Sadly, I must inform you that this is as far as your investigation goes. Hear me, foolish I thought he was giving me the finger. Hear me, foolish prosecutor. Or else I shall say this only once. Oh, hello. Thank you for the raid. Thank you very much. What is going on? Oh, some Mechabellum is this tradition. Hello, Raiders. I'm Gallium GG. I'm playing Ace Attorney. I'm doing a marathon. 1 case a day, every day. Until I do every case in every Ace Attorney game. We are doing case 1 in Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Which is the 5th game out of 10 total that I have to go through. So we're just about halfway. Ish, not even halfway. A little over 40, a little over 40%. How are you? How's life going? Knight has apprised me of the state of affairs, and from this point forward, the case will be handled by Zhengfa Police Force, the finest in the world. Just ready to hit the bed. Did you not sleep yet? Isn't it like... What is 21 plus 9? Except 4. Isn't it like 6 a.m.? Maybe? 5 or 6 a.m.? Bartender life? Holy... What do you think you're doing, pal? Nobody talks to Mr. Edgeworth like that. If it hadn't been from him, the killer would have. 6:34. That's crazy. Go to bed, please. And thank you for the raid. Go to bed, everyone. Remember, drink some water. Take a bit of a stretch break. And good vibes all around. Thank you very much. Failed to see how or why this case falls within Zhengfa's jurisdiction. Enough, puny prosecutor. You seek explanations from my head of state. I say no. By the way, the case we're working on, let me give you a quick rundown. This guy, who's the president of another country, came over to give a speech. During the speech, someone tried to kill him. He was shot out. And this guy, his bodyguard, actually died instead. This is the other bodyguard involved. And this is the lady who... It appears was actually the shooter, but as the case is developing, the more I'm starting to point my finger at this other bodyguard, because this person here in the red hoodie is that lady, and she has, you know, a red laser beam, and then the red laser beam was pointed at the president, and then, well, this was someone else actually. This is actually irrelevant. But it's like, this is what happened. But it doesn't quite match up, and she is very insistent she didn't do it. So we're trying to figure out how it could have happened. The victim is this guy. He died like this, bullet through the freaking tickler over here. And it ended up in the president's bulletproof vest. You seek explanations from a head of state? I say no. 1,000 times no. I will not explain myself to you. Now hand over the evidence you have gathered and remove yourselves from the plane. Hold it. Come on, someone give me a hold it. Oh, never mind. Why? Why let us come so far only to pull the case out from under us? Now you may leave. Knight, detain the suspect. That girl. To make an attempt on my life, to murder one of my faithful servants, the effrontery, the villainy. I didn't murder nobody, because I... Explain. Shut your mouth, Miss Journalist. Answer me this. In a world already lousy with lies, with deception, with sin and iniquity, can we stand by and suffer yet another crime to go unpunished? I say no, 1,000 times no. There can be no forgiveness. There can be no surrender. Why, you ask me, then I will tell you. Yeah, he's yapping. He's yapping. He's hiding. There's got to be something we can do. How many times have you faced situations like this in the courtroom? You've confronted the lies of witnesses and countered the arguments of other lawyers. And yet you always got to the truth of the situation in the end. With your greatest weapon of all, your words. Your yapping. His incredible yapping skills. Chess time. Be gone, puny prosecutor. Do you dare defy the direct order of a president? Yeah. As he said himself, he's a head of state, a seasoned politician. He won't open himself up to attack. If I can read his movements and expressions, I may be able to find my opponent. Why he is insisting on Zhang Fa taking over. Mind chess. Explain to me why I'm off the case. Imbecile, cease your insolent jabbering. I need not explain myself to you. My reasons are my own, and they are none your concern. Okay, so who will take over? No, 1,000 times now. We're gonna bide my time. Let him yap. I'm the leader of Zhang Fa. I have no time for insolent backchat. I was simply hoping to confirm one basic fact. You say the investigation will now be assigned to your national police force. I do. Okay. Bide my time some more. Good boy. The interior of this plane is the sovereign territory of Zhang Fa. You have no rights here. In the course of your conversation, I've deduced certain facts from your behavior, Mr. President. For example, you seem particularly aggressive when discussing our current location. You smarmy, smart Alec. Isn't smart Alec... No, it is CK. That is true. As you said yourself, the presidential plane is the sovereign territory of Zhang Fa, and apart from that... And from that, we can infer that you believe the rules of extraterritoriality apply inside here. Enough. You have nothing else to say? Then stop wasting my time. Get out of my sight. Oh, I shouldn't have waited. Deploy clue. And continue attacking. Got it. I need to read his body language more than what he says, I guess. Things getting too hot for you. You can rant and roar all you like, but you won't escape my scrutiny. It was unmistakable the moment I mentioned extraterritoriality, you became visibly agitated. That's one gone. What's next? He's chilled out. You think you're clever, don't you? Let me answer your little question. It's true, extraterritoriality applies, your laws mean nothing here. Why does that matter, you ask? It matters because it means you are powerless. You have neither influence nor authority here. Let's dig a little deeper into the claim the plane is sovereign territory, shall we? Ooh, back to full time. He may be the president, but nobody is untouchable. Can you prove it? Of course, if I didn't, I wouldn't ask it. Calling into question the good word of one such as myself? I'm gonna bide my time. You needn't worry about me. I'm not the one who needs saving. That would be Miss Lloyd, the woman who is being wrongfully accused of this crime. But it changes nothing. The right to extraterritoriality cannot be denied. This is Zhengfa. Okay. Surely you see you've overplayed your hand. How to govern, how to lead? You dare contradict me? Oh, Miss Lloyd's guilty. Yes, I do. No, she is guilty. She is the culprit. There is nothing left to debate. Who else could have fired from outside the plane? There is no other viable suspect. Well, it fired from outside the plane, so the crime kind of happened from outside. Changes nothing. Yeah, extraterritoriality. Clue time. I may not be able to call the extraterritoriality of the presidential plane into doubt. According to you, she shot at you from outside the aircraft, in which case extraterritoriality could not possibly apply in this case. The assertion is entirely without merit, and the detainment of Ms. Lloyd cannot be justified. There we go. By a mere prosecutor. Not a mere prosecutor. The prosecutor, baby. Mr. Prosecutorio. Suppose you won't mind if we continue our investigation now. We legally can. He's very lion-coded, this man, I see. Hereby officially and unreservedly confer my approval. Consider it a gesture of the magnanimity and generosity for which my good office is known. Yeah. Okay, now backpedal and try to make it look pretty. Why not? Dude, look at these fucking biceps. Hereby, there can be no other outcome, for our goals are lofty and our hearts... The people of Zhengfa, I swear to you here and now, this investigation will continue. Okay, he's just going. Mr. Knight, if you would care to return the evidence. Thank you. Now the investigation can continue. Your pocket full of pawns. I'll be over here enjoying how you put them into play. Mr. President, one more favor, if you would be so kind. Could you please give us your testimony concerning the incident? President what? President can't testify? Dude, the president is literally a guy. He's just a guy. He will get his day in court soon enough, but if a person of interest refuses to cooperate, They are obliged to provide detailed justification as to their reason for doing so. Yeah. There's something you'd rather we didn't know. I'll do as the prosecutor asks. Now listen and listen well. Now listen up, here's a story. Where was I when the incident occurred? The stage, of course. Suddenly, Rook and Knight jumped in front of me. Then bang! A shot rang out and a plain, unblemished balloon of red exploded nearby. Not hesitating for an instant, my bodyguards tried to escort me back to the safety of the plane. And then the second shot. The bullet went right through Rook and lodged itself in the bulletproof vest I was wearing. No, he is a victim for sure. But maybe Rook is the actual victim. Because if in the layout they were set at, how could he have been shot in his left? You know, like, okay, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is how they were set up the day of the killing. The shot came from here, and they were covering the guy. How could a shot have gone through his left chest? Which, am I showing it right? Yeah, kind of right. Yeah, from your point of view, that also works. How could it have gone through his left chest and come out the other side and hit the president? Because that would kind of necessitate, right? If you look at from where the person was shooting, it would kind of necessitate that he was twisted kind of weird. The shot had to have come from his left somehow, because he was on this side of the stage, covering the president. If it went through him into the president, the shot needed to come from this sort of a direction. So I'm thinking it came from the person who was on this side of the stage who had a gun. Him. Cover up, huh? Time to get into the bottom of this once and for all. All right. We're gonna start pressing. Rook and Knight jump in front of me. We're gonna start pressing here. When they stepped in to protect you, were you aware of the fact you were being targeted? No, I was aware of my audience, nothing else. When I step up to the podium, I enter another world entirely, a place of rapture, a place beyond words. Yeah. No, 1,000 times no. I remember every second. Each moment is indelibly etched in my memory. When Rook and Knight stepped in, I was shocked, overwhelmed, taken aback. Then bang, a shot rang out in a plain, unblemished balloon of red. Plain, unblemished balloon of red. But it was the Steel Samurai. Their deep crimson hue stood stark against the sky. Let's look at the security plan. It wasn't an unblemished balloon of red, though. It was the Steel Samurai. So I'm going to present that straight up.
Objection!
Sir, you say it was a plain red balloon that burst, but I strongly beg to differ. Take a look at this. I think you'd agree it's hardly plain and only a little red. That's a really funny face. Who is that? Mr. President, meet the Steel Samurai. I would have hoped you might recognize him, especially if you were hoping to ingratiate yourself with the people of this country. The warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo. The balloon that was struck by the bullet was anything but plain. It was in fact the Steel Samurai. The briefing mentioned 2 plain red balloons. Yeah. They do look pretty plain, just simple round balloons. But they weren't. Yes, Mr. President? Seems the Steel Samurai balloon was borrowed at the last minute. That's what we were told. They only reported the incident to us bodyguards, apparently. One of the original balloons burst somehow. One of the stall holders happened to have it. Larry? He was more than willing to lend it out. Very happy-go-lucky kind of guy, they said. Yeah, we know who it is. They filled just the bottom part up with air to make it look like the other ornamental balloon. Oh, that's fun. Well, it was a steel samurai balloon. It was made to look like a plain red one above the water. You saw it and knew no different. Okay. Try to see how you wouldn't have noticed something different about the balloon. Okay, what did he notice? Now I remember, I could barely see the balloon. Oh, hello. Thank you for the raid. Thank you very much. Let me give you a quick shout out. What were you playing? The Witcher 3. Oh, that's one I've wanted to play. I've got that one. I bought it like so long ago, back when I didn't even have a desktop computer. It was just on severe sale, so I bought it, and then I never actually played it. You've just given me an idea. Maybe I should play that on stream. That could be fun. How was stream? Was it good? That's right. The wind was blowing too hard. The flags to the sides of the stage were flapping incessantly and blocking my view. The flags, yeah. They weren't quite blocking your view, though. Because if they were... Like, if they were blocking your view of the balloon, the flag would be this way. And if this balloon was shot through, and it hit this... So if this flag was shot through and it hit this, the shot wasn't coming from here. It was coming from here. They were being blown back towards me. Ah. That changes things. Yes, it does. Your testimony has revealed yet another contradiction. It's a unique experience. Isn't the world, like, huge? I remember a friend of mine had it, I think, maybe on the PlayStation 3? Was it a PlayStation 3 generation game? I think it was. A friend of mine, I think, had it on the PlayStation 3, and I watched him play it for, like, an afternoon once while we were hanging out. And isn't there, like, just a huge map that goes kind of, it's almost Mediterranean-esque, isn't it? Because it's like a big body of water. Big body of water and sort of land above and below. And there is so much to travel through and so much to do. Contradiction that could turn this entire case on its head. Yeah, the flags were resting calmly. Yeah, if it was blowing like this piece of evidence, this, where we thought the shooter was coming, the way the flag had been pierced through and then pierced the balloon.
Take that!
We deduced the bullet that struck the steel samurai balloon had come from the left side of the crowd, yeah. If the flags were blowing as the president describes, the bullets are coming from a different direction. And did they indeed go flag and then balloon, or did they go balloon and then flag from the outside? And if we trace the trajectory back to its source, yeah, it can only have been one person. It can only have been Knight.
Take that!
The path from the balloon back through the flag leads directly to the spot where you were standing. Why the heck would he go around shooting balloons? What exactly are you trying to imply? That Mr. Knight, a man who has saved my life countless times, is my would-be assassin? Because he wasn't trying to kill you, he was trying to kill the other bodyguard. Holy! Hello, raiders! Damn, we're really getting a lot of people raiding in today. Hello everyone, I am Gallium GG. I've been playing Ace Attorney. I've been doing a marathon. I'm doing one case a day, every day, until I do every case in all the Ace Attorney games. And I just finished game 4. And we are in case 1 of game 5 out of 10 total that I have to do in this marathon. There's a lot of work to do, a lot of ground to pave. This is case 1 in game 5, so it's like a bit of an easier one-ish. This guy, the president of another country, he looks like not very friendly, honestly. He came over to give a speech. He was shot at, and we're trying to figure out who did it. We just kind of made the big breakthrough revelation that since the flags were blowing back instead of forward, the trajectory of the bullet, instead of being like this, aka being shot from the left side of this crowd, was shot from one of his own bodyguards. And the guy that ended up dying was another one of the bodyguards. So we're trying to figure out, why did this guy shoot? And was his target really the president, or was his target the other bodyguard? Seriously, Edgeworth, we put up with a lot from you, but this... We're President Wang's bodyguards. We're the pieces put on the board to protect the king. Mr. Edgeworth, the wind was indeed blowing quite fiercely around the time of my speech, but the wind can pick up and die away in an instant. I need proof. Proof that it was blowing hard enough to lift the flags during that crucial moment. Do the photos show it? Yeah. Yeah. You can see them in the background here.
Take that!
There's in this picture right here, the second one. Look at his... Dude, he's flexing. I can do that too. Look at my gains. Look at my gains, everyone. Oh god, this is going to be embarrassing. Ooh, okay, wait. He's onto something. He's been hitting the gym. He's onto something. I just saw myself on camera. Maybe he's onto something. There's the flag right there.
Take that!
Do you deny that it clearly shows the flag? No, there it is. It's blown away. There we have it. Proof that it was blowing towards you at the moment of the shooting. He did shoot the balloon. Mr. Knight is the assassin, is not the assassin. I think he is. It means what would I have stood by gaining of killing the president? Oh, okay. Let me... No. Okay. I'm gonna change it. Okay. He is the assassin. Okay, because the wording is very odd. He is the assassin in that he killed this guy. He is not the presidential assassin. He wasn't trying to kill the president, if that's what they're getting at. He may have shot the balloon, but the president was on the other side of him entirely. He can't have been aiming at his boss. Watch how you answer. I might aim for something else. He shot the balloon in order to trigger the emergency response, during the chaos of which he could shoot the other bodyguard. Yep, he shot the balloon. That fact alone... Damn, twerking. Deduction time. He can't turn his head to the right. So he shot the balloon. Yeah. I wound up moving to the right side of the stage in order to cover that area. The plan hadn't changed. That knight had remained posted on the left. Would he even have been able to shoot the balloon closest to him? So Suppose that to be the case. We made some last-minute changes yesterday. Yeah. The president was the one who ordered the change. Again, I feel like the president planned the... Yeah. Yeah. The president planned for there to be an attempt on his life because apparently he's not very popular. I did say this about, like, I don't know, an hour and a half ago. That probably the president planned it to make it seem like he was being shot at. But then in the confusion of it, Knight took the opportunity to kill him, or the president took the opportunity to kill him. One of the two. He must have had foreknowledge he would be in someone's crosshairs today as well. And everything else that's been bothering me falls neatly into place. And why would they then carry out the shooting wearing such a conspicuous item of clothing? Why use a laser sight that would give away their location in an instant? And how did the president suffer no injuries at all despite a direct hit to his vest? To create the illusion of an assassination attempt. Yeah. Yeah. There it is. You do understand what you're saying. Oh, I know exactly what I'm saying, baby. Most of all, I understand why you were so keen to take this investigation off my hands. You wanted your real plans to remain hidden. Oh, it's no joke, I assure you. It is simply the truth as revealed by the careful application of logic and reasoning. Nothing more. He's like... Hello, thank you for the lurk. The first shot was fired by Mr. Knight with the specific intention of hitting that balloon. The sound of gunfire and the bursting of the balloon were guaranteed to cause panic. And then he fired again. He fired 2 bullets. As for why he did so, it's because the second shot was designed to create the impression the president had been hit. That bullet was planted there long before the shooting ever occurred. It's not true. I was shot, I tell you. Okay. At the very least, can we expect to find traces of Mr. Rook's blood on it? Oops. You found the shooter in a photograph. The person with the red hood. No, I mean, when you look at it, there's no gun in this picture. There's just a laser in this picture. Could have just been planted to shine a laser at the president. Where does Tabby fit into all of this? She was one part of the plan. Yeah, they said about creating a fake assassin. Highly suspicious person with the red hood. I can say with some confidence that none of the shots were fired by her. Her only job was to point the laser sight at the president. That's right, then I was tasked with turning your jacket inside out the moment the crowd flew into a panic. Red-hooded shooter disappear in the blink of an eye. Then, when the gun and the security plan were later found in the trash can, it would have all appeared to have been the work of an assassin so skilled they could vanish into thin air. Because it's a fake shooting with no real assassin. They want it to not be solved. Inflatable muscles? Oh shit, dude. What happened? No, oh shit, dude. Admit it, the entire assassination was a lie, wasn't it? Damn. If that stupid chief prosecutor had insisted on assigning you... Oh, how could I let this happen?
Objection!
Wow, that was the most spoken objection I've ever heard. Objection. Mr. Knight. No, I'm not talking to you. He's like, no, I'm ready to shoot you right now. Yeah, well, I'm doing my job as a knight and protecting my king. So go ahead, keep running your mouth. He wouldn't kill you. He might. He's a presidential bodyguard. He's probably trained to. Alright, my move. Question. You claim I fired my gun from on stage. How do you figure I did that in front of a crowd of thousands? The bulletproof case.
Take that!
Yep. Take a look at case photograph. Your right hand is completely obscured by the case. The very moment this picture was taken, you were firing your gun. And in such a way that you wouldn't be detected.
Objection!
This is after the first shot was fired. The flag was billowing in the wind at precisely the right moment. I hit my gun with my attaché case. We changed this. He's beautiful minding it right now. He's moving pieces around in his mind. We changed the security plan because I couldn't turn my head. It's all just speculation, circumstantial evidence at best. You can't prove any of it. If you at least had the bullet that burst the balloon, you might have a scrap of credibility. Imagine you could have run forensics to see if it matched my gun. But no, that bullet is at the bottom of the lake. You gonna go dredge it up? I thought not. Maybe now you can shut your mouth. Was that Kay? Oh, that's you. Help me out here, girl. What's the matter? Something you want to say, Miss Journalist? No, never mind. They got something on her. They've got something on her. I need you to be brave. If you don't speak up, the truth will be lost forever. Dang it, I can't stay quiet any longer. I was so focused on bagging me a scoop, I forgot the most important thing of all. Real journalists don't lie. Ain't no dang scoop if it ain't the truth. Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, I should have showed you this before. Laser sight. That's all I done. I never shot nobody. Thought I told you. You squeal, you go down as an accomplice. Well, he just as much as admitted to it, so we got him. It was at Zhang Fa's embassy. I was at Zhang Fa's embassy sniffing out a story like I told you. That was 3 days back. He comes up to me out of the blue, just starts talking. Help me out, I'll get you exclusive access to the president. That kind of stuff. That I don't know nothing about, I swear it. All he told me was to wear a jacket with a red hood and to point there at the president. Never thought for a minute it'd blow up in my face so bad. Oh, they don't have something on her. It ought to go a long way towards proving the assassination was a sham. My sympathies, Mr. Knight. Had you successfully removed me from this case as you'd intended, perhaps then you could have kept your pawn quiet. Dude. That's a really fun animation. There's a lot of fun animations in this game already. We're just in case 1. If you let slip about our fake assassination plot, we'll have you convicted for murder. Something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Give it up, Knight. It's time we came clean. It's our only choice. It was a plot to fake an assassination attempt. Oh, I do. I'm sorry. Why do something like that? My popularity has been on the wane back home. He thought surviving an attempt on my life might give me the boost I need. I know what we did was wrong, so yes, it was all lies, all of it. The bullet in the vest? It was planted ahead of time. I wasn't hit by anything today. Our plan got out somehow, and then he just appeared, hell-bent on turning our fake assassination into a real one. He'd hoped to get in close enough as the fake assassin to finish the job. How'd he end up dead? Why did Rogue have to die? The whole thing was fake. How did he wind up getting killed for real? There's a fine bodyguard, the best, in fact. He may not have been a native of Zhengfa, but he was someone I could fully trust. He was a really good bodyguard. The way this guy's looking hella shifty. Why did he have to die? You think he might have something to do with it? He was as trustworthy to the president as I am to you, huh? But he's not wrong. He is right. He wasn't aware of any specific details, not really. Tried to involve him, but he refused. This is a tragedy. The life of a good man has been wasted. What was so great about him anyway? There we go. No, tell us what you really think. He was just another piece on the board, there to protect you, nothing more. How could you? Who was it that actually went along with your plan, huh, Mr. President? While that pious coward backed down, you needed him to step up the most. Look, I'm your chief bodyguard now. That's all that matters. Now that that spineless fool Rook is gone, things are going to change around here. Thanks to me, genius strategist, grandmaster, rightful leader of this team. What happened to the guy? To this guy? We poked a few holes in his testimony and he kind of literally deflated. We are all well aware of your ambitions, Knight, but doesn't this seem a little imprudent to you? Why? My plan this time was perfect, as they always are, and they always will be. Especially considering your perfect plan was an abject failure. No thanks to you and that buffoon Rook. If he hadn't died, the killer would never come after me, and I wouldn't have had to let you on this plane. The guy died protecting you, Mr. President. I'm sure that's just what he always wanted. The assassination was fake. Somebody else came along and tried to make it real. But the killer didn't bring a gun. I don't know if I have a testimony to that effect. Like you said, Edgeworth, one of them was the bullet I shot through that balloon. Second, that wasn't me. So I bet because the bulletproof vest bullet was planted. So the bullet that passed clean through his body maybe didn't actually pass clean through his body. Maybe it's still inside. And then we can check ballistics on it. And check if it matches your gun. His plan was to come after the president with a knife. Nah, the most likely suspect here is the piece cowering cowardly in the corner. Lily White Queen over here. Her. The animations are so fun in this game. Again with this, I'm not your danged assassin. If I, for one, don't believe it, the gun in the trash can, it can only belong to you. Okay. The King's Gambit. As soon as I shot that balloon, I rushed over to help Rook escort the president back onto the plane. I left Rook here in this room while I secured the president in the safe room. When I came back out, Rook was lying there on the ground. Must have shot Rook while we were escorting the president off stage. It was fired by the gun you found in the trash can. The knight doesn't protect the Rook, Edgeworth. He protects the king. It means his only concern was protecting the president, yeah. But also the knight does protect the rook, because guess what? Rooks are worth 5 points, and knights are only worth 3 points. A win in which a key piece is sacrificed is a hollow victory indeed. I don't know about that. Still a victory. Kept the president safe, I win. He is a little bit like a wild horse, isn't he, this man?
Hold it!
Weren't you and Mr. Rook both carrying bulletproof attaché cases? Yeah, opened them right after Rook spotted the laser sight. We moved into covering positions and used them to shield the president. The bullet that hit Mr. Rook traveled through a gap in that defensive shield. She was aiming for the president. That makes her a lousy shot. And the bullet simply happened to find its way past your attaché cases and through the gap in his vest. The facts are the facts. It was a shot in a million, but the shooter hit the bullseye, and the proof is in your hands.
Hold it!
So the second shot had nothing to do with you. Imagine the scoop if she'd bagged it event. Okay. I'm a journalist. Yeah. Well, you did kind of make up this. Yeah. Yeah. It's not wrong. She did sign up to a fake assassination attempt. I set the whole thing up, and your role was to aim that laser pointer at the president. It's not my fault that wasn't enough for you. You were the one who decided to bring a gun to the party. Maybe you thought if you kept shooting, you could shut me up too. You fired one shot, and then Miss Lloyd fired one more. Oh, but that gun was missing 2 bullets. Which means, shouldn't there have been 3 shots? That single killer shot. 2 spent bullets. 2 spendido bulletos. I'm earning my bilingual tag today. It was you who shot the balloon. Yeah. Are you sure about that? Well, what you've proposed would indeed match up with the total number of shots. The gun from the trash can itself has also been fired twice. Now, why would the supposed number of shots heard from this gun differ from the number of spent rounds? Because it was planted. It was never even fired today. Their reason for doing so is obvious, to ensure that whoever found the gun would conclude the shooter had been in the spectator area. In order to do that, they had to make it seem as if both shots had come from this one weapon. The bullet that burst the balloon came from a different weapon. The bullet which killed Mr. Rook didn't come from this gun either. Why don't you get to the point? The person who shot Mr. Rook was you. You're the one who murdered Mr. Rook. Finally got out the courage to say it, huh? Surely you wouldn't have. It wasn't only the killer who tried to take advantage of this fake murder plot. You killed Mr. Rook, hoping that he would look like an accidental victim of the bungled assassination. With the president locked away in the safe room and the door of the airplane tightly closed, it was just you and Mr. Rook, alone, together. You kissed them. That was when the 3rd bullet was fired, right into your colleague's body.
Objection!
You're really gonna claim there's a 3rd one now? You said only 2 gunshots were heard.
Objection!
Airplane cabins are practically soundproof. If you close the door, nothing can be heard from the outside, not even gunfire. Did you hear the 3rd shot? I didn't hear anything. The camera in this room isn't normally on. I have to manually switch it on when I enter the safe room. No. Oh, fuck, dude. Did you or did you not? Fine, I was busy hiding under the bed, covering my ears. Yeah, because I hate the sound of guns. Just the slightest hint of that awful noise, and oh, it's just too much. That's fun music. They're sadder than a pot of overcooked crawfish. Very southern, you, aren't you? You saw that President Wang was cowering behind the bed. What's more, you knew from the monitor bank that the security camera for this room hadn't been switched on, which means you knew that the circumstances were perfect for you to fire the third shot straight at Mr. Rook. You think I killed the old halfwit? You don't trust me much, huh? I want to believe you, but I don't get it. What is there to doubt here? What, you don't believe that the girl over there could have done it? No, because this gun isn't the murder weapon. We know this from the number of bullets fired. I know there wasn't a spent bullet from the start. Yeah, that is true. Someone could have fired a bullet from that gun yesterday or the day before, then today another bullet. Straight through my heart, I dare you. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Love me like you do. La la, love me like you do. I should have never have done what I did, not even for a scoop. But murder? Nah, that ain't me. I ain't a murderer's bone in my body. Could run forensics to see if it matched my gun. Yeah, if he was shot in here and it went clean through him, the bullet must be somewhere in here.
Objection!
You're not about to claim you do have proof. This ought to be good. All right, bring it on. This proof of yours is not in my possession. Thanks for playing, folks, but that's game over. Nuh-uh. I don't have it on me, but it is in here. Ooh. Every time that happens, it's fucking hilarious and really scary. The bullet that killed Mr. Rook passed through his body. But where did it end its journey? Perhaps we should cast our minds back to an earlier conversation. We thought it ended up in the vest, but clearly not possible. The vest was prepared in advance, made to look as if it had been hit by a bullet. Where is the real bullet? That's good stuff, Edgeworth. Come on, then. Don't keep us in suspense. To where the bullet that killed him might have ended up. Yeah, here. There's a burst monitor. There's something very clearly missing from this room. A prosecutor with some common sense. Oh, what about the monitor? This monitor right here. So you've caught on, Mr. President. Splendid. There are screens here showing views from all around this airplane, inside and out. The only external angle not covered is the right-hand side of the aircraft, because one of the monitors is missing. There was a monitor in that space, wasn't there? It appears to be... It appears B. There's a 2 missing here. It appears B. It appears be someone's... We turn into a pyre. It appears be someone's vain attempt to hide what is obviously lacking. Where did it go and why? The why is an easy enough answer, because it was struck by a bullet. If we were to believe that the bullet in the vest was the real deal, then anything that hinted at the existence of another bullet had to be removed. Must be hitting somewhere on this plane. After all, there wouldn't have been time to dispose of it outside the aircraft. Extraterritoriality, remember? I have no objection to the search. Please go ahead. W, President. W President. I don't believe this. Rook this, rook that. Don't you ever think about anybody else. You really got jealous and killed him. Sir, found the monitor. There it was. Let's see if I put my hand in there. Got it. Blood. And potentially ballistic markings. Well, I mean, even without ballistic markings, the bullet was shot inside of this plane, and she never walked into it until just now. And there you have it, Mr. Knight. The single piece of evidence you requested straight through your heart. Even you must now admit if this bullet didn't come from the spectator area gun, Miss Lloyd cannot be Mr. Rook's killer. No pithy comeback. Detective, have forensics analyze the bullet for striations and compare them to the gun we found. And also compare them to the gun he's holding. Firstly, the blood on the bullet is indeed that of the victim. Okay. We found Mr. Knight's fingerprints on the gun. Wow. That easy, huh? Oh, from when I handed the evidence over. Okay. The striations of the bullet are a match with this weapon. Oh, shit. Come on. This is the gun that fired the bullet. Well, isn't that something? It was a proof that I was right. What's the matter? You didn't think you had me back into a corner, did you? I kinda did. Shit, I kinda did. Because the only one backed into a corner here is you. More testimony time. There's no denying forensics proved the gun and the bullet are a match. Was fired from the gun you found in the spectator area. That is, yeah, necessary must. So who pulled the trigger? Can't have been me. I was up on stage, which leaves your little friend. The hack killed Rook. She's the murderer. You just proved it. It's your turn to admit who the killer really is. Dang, he's kind of got us. I'm like thinking about it like, how do we get out of it? If that gun fired the bullet, for sure. Okay, we do know. This gun, same model as the victims, and therefore also same model as the one he is parading, flip-flopping around. Could they have been switched? But if so, how? Oh, when I gave him all the evidence, he could have just swept them around. Which means we just have to check the gun he is currently holding for my fingerprints. And that just means they were switched around. Don't let him get to you, okay? We just need to go over his statements again. There's no denying it. Forensics proved the gun and the bullet are a match. Was fired from the gun you found in the spectator area.
Hold it.
True.
Objection.
Or at least it was fired from the gun we gave to forensics just now. It is not the same. Are you saying the forensics was wrong? Yeah, it does seem to have been fired from the gun we found in the trash can. It's not the same gun. They were switched. Let's just agree the facts are what they are and move on. The gun fired the fatal bullet. So who pulled the trigger? You. Who indeed? I get it. I was in your shoes just a minute ago. Burned me up on the inside, you know. Made me really want to shoot someone. You are a psychopath, sir. It's no laughing matter, I know. We both know who really did shoot someone, don't we? I was up on stage, which leaves your little friend. What about the forensics you ordered?
Objection.
She could have wiped them, used gloves, yeah. Say it was a Miss Journalist. Who was it? Because it can't have been me. Your own investigation put the shooter in the spectator area, didn't it? Mm-hmm. And you just proved it. Still trying to make this about how I fired the first shot? Sure, you proved that and I admitted it. You're forgetting that you're here to do one thing and one thing only. You think ruining your country's relationship with Zheng Hua is gonna do it. Your job is to solve an attempted assassination, nothing else. Let the trail go cold while you flip your wig over who gets to say what to who. She is not. He could have only done it once and handed over the evidence, and not a moment before. The gun I've got right now. Can I check it? Only 2 spent. Okay. He could have added... The laser sight has been checked. The stock. Or the grip, yeah. This one is no exception. Okay, the trigger? No. Anything around here, other side? Hey yo, you considered following? You considered following the channel yet? Might I interest you in dropping a quick follow? Mayhaps? No pressure. Even with the forensics results on his side, if the testimony is untruthful, there is always a contradiction.
Hold it.
It is true. You'll be shot in the chest by your own conclusive proof. What other proof have we picked up at all? Okay, this is not a 3D. Seems to be the bullet killed Rook, yeah. It kind of has to mean Tabby pulled the trigger, no? No. There's no denying the evidence. If the evidence points to something that doesn't seem possible, maybe there's something wrong with it. There's no way Tabby did this, so if the evidence says that she did, the problem must lie there. Yeah. Someone who believes that evidence is everything in court, the irony's not lost on me, but it would have to be well, neither of them, right? I mean, the gun is the correct gun. The bullet is the bullet, but I'm gonna say that I'm worried if I say neither of them, it's just gonna move on. I'm gonna say the gun. We only just recovered the bullet. We know that Mr. Knight had an opportunity to handle the gun. We gave him all the evidence, and then he gave it back. He could have just switched the laser sight, given me the gun he had been holding. Yeah, there's no doubt this gun is the weapon that was used in the crime, which means it must belong to him.
Take that.
The gun belongs to Mr. Knight. He switched them around. That has to be it.
Objection.
Nuh-uh. You switched the guns, didn't you, Mr. Knight? That's why the markings matched the weapon in question. It was yours all along. An intriguing move there, Edgeworth. And you must have made the switch when I handed over the evidence. While I was busy trying to make the case for remaining on the investigation, You took the laser sight from the gun, we found a trash can and put it on your own. Yeah. You handed that gun back to me instead of the one we found. You'd find, let alone run forensics on that bullet. It's just a safety. You're a chess player after all, a man well used to thinking several moves ahead. I'm flattered, but much as it pains me to admit it, you're overestimating my abilities. Do you even have any proof I made the switch? We can just, you know, run the gun you're holding right now for my fingerprints. Sure, but it's just a coincidence. Okay. There's a laser sight attached. Take a look in the cylinder. 2 spent bullets, just what we'd expect to see. What proof do you have I switched the original gun out for mine? None. That's true. I'm gonna press that last statement, because I don't really have evidence. I didn't mess up. They just got lucky with the evidence, will be your excuse, I'd imagine. Get him. Get his ass, edgy boy. Hell yeah. I'm gonna press this last statement, because that's the one that's, like, stinks to me the most.
Objection.
Something you clearly don't have. If you did, you'd have made your move by now. Yeah. Consider all the possibilities. Prove he switched the guns. That in itself is proof of a kind, because otherwise the striations shouldn't line up like they do, yeah. Okay, so maybe I need to press other stuff.
Hold it.
Coincidence, you say? Or was it a necessity? Can't be both. Sure it can. We bodyguards need to protect the president, and the girl needed to use a gun, but she probably doesn't know a whole lot about them. Not so far-fetched for her to pick something she's heard of that we also happen to use. Okay. Exactly. The perfect tool for a job where you can't afford to fail or don't know what you're doing. Still, coincidence, necessity, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference either way. There's a laser sight attached.
Hold it.
Because you swapped it on. Yeah. Put up or shut up. That is true. We do not have evidence of that. 2 spent bullets. Just what you'd expect to see. What about your own weapon? How many spent bullets are in its cylinder? This old girl here? Well, now. Let loose a few rounds earlier, as you saw. But even if I were to tell you how many there were at the time, you'd have no way of verifying that. You didn't have the chance to put on any gloves, though, which means... one of the bullets in here should have your fingerprints on it.
Objection.
I have your proof right here. Not the gun itself, the evidence it carries. What's about to come into play? The rook, the bishop, not a pawn, surely. Takes the form of fingerprints, my guy.
Objection.
Yeah, my prints. We already said, yeah. No, not on the gun, on the bullets.
Objection.
What if I told you there are prints on a part of the gun that you shouldn't have touched at any point? Oh, but I can. Look closely at the cylinder, detective. 2 bullets fired, but where are the prints we're looking for? In one of these bullets. You did indeed switch the guns when I handed you the evidence, but if that were all you had done, your deception would have been easily detected because you fired 3 bullets, not 2. Yeah, but what about Mr. Knight's gun? He shot 3 bullets. Then he fired another bullet into Mr. Rook. 3 in total. He reloaded his gun out of habit. With his bare hands, of course. Where exactly were Mr. Knight's fingerprints found? They were found on the exterior of the weapon, but also on the bullets themselves. Just for me handing you the evidence, Mr. Knight. How you like me now? How you like me now, baby? Proves you did indeed switch the guns. This gun, the one which fired the bullet that killed Mr. Rook, is yours. And in taking his life, you are the true assassin. Checkmate, baby. Whoa, 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 whoa. Careful, careful, careful. I was gonna be the new chief of security. That blasted Rook, if it hadn't been for him, I would have been in charge by now. I would have been in control of the whole team. My plan was perfect. The fake assassination was supposed to be flawless. Please arrest this man. Curse you, Edgeworth. Our game isn't over yet. Yeah, it's done. The next moves we play will be in the courtroom. It's not fair. They got lucky with the evidence. Yeah, we've all heard it before, buddy. We've all heard it before. Damn, he's back to daddy now. Mr. Edgeworth, I owe you a debt of gratitude. You exposed the murderer within the ranks of my own personal guard. I will not soon forget that. Saw it, you know, when I first proposed the fake assassination to him. You want me to handle it, not Rook? Rook refused, but I can rely on you, can't I? Of course, sir. You can count on me. I'll put together a plan that can't possibly fail, and he'll play his part like the pawn he is. He despised poor Rook. I was not entirely comfortable about moving forward with Knight in charge. And looking back, I think he sensed my discomfort. Can't help thinking I played a part in his decision to end Rook's life. That was your crime, and it is a crime you will have to live with. You're right. I can only apologize for the part I played. And I will no doubt be made to pay for my actions in one way or another. But I thank you nonetheless. You solved the riddle of Rook's demise, and for that I shall be eternally grateful. I will be here in your country for a little while longer yet. When I have returned, perhaps you will visit us in Zhengfa. Perhaps I will. Perhaps I will. That's a big scoop now. Well, I mean, also, yes, you are not a murderer anymore. That's also pretty big. Yeah, we did case 1 of game 2. Because I split the case yesterday. So just to catch up. The accusation of murder made against you was, of course, entirely groundless. Of course, entirely groundless. Fact remains, you were a willing participant in the staged assassination. And you will... you were a participant in a staged assassination? I'm sure it's some sort of crime, but... all you did was shine a laser pointer at a guy. Dude, fucking, it took so long. It took so fucking long. Like, the guys that made that game, did they play it? Did they play that last case? Because holy shit. It didn't feel like a grinding, powerful, like, strong battle, like we're clawing for every inch. It just felt like we're getting there and he yanks us back. We're getting there and he yanks us back. And that's not fun. I'm awful sorry about everything. Truly, I am. I understand your desire for a scoop, but there are limits. Got me some serious thinking to do. Local prosecutor solves assassination conundrum, earns eternal gratitude of president. That is a pretty good headline. Mr. Prosecutor, how's it feel to solve such an important case? You must be over the moon. No comment. Well, I should be. This case is not over yet. It's going to court. Until we unravel the story behind this, the case will never... Story behind... The calling card, I guess?
Take that!
Mr. the Killer has yet to complete his assignment. Hope I'm wrong, but if I'm not, this could all blow up into something more sinister, yeah. As one would expect, with the attempted assassination of a president, the case was all over the news. In my preparation for Mr. Knight's trial, we're constantly interrupted by requests from the press. There wasn't a person in the land who didn't know about the case everybody was talking about. But in the midst of the frenzy that followed, nobody noticed that this was only the first move in a game far bigger than any of us could have imagined. And that is the end of Case 1, Game 2. Ooh, it's got a different color. It's a little orange now. All right. That's a solid 7 hours and a little of streaming. I guess if you take out dinner time, it is pretty much 7 solid hours of streaming that I did today. I'm pumping a lot of hours, huh? I'm really earning my badge, huh? Anyway, we're gonna be live again tomorrow around 6 p.m. Pacific. Although probably maybe a little earlier than that if I can swing it. You're doing well. Thank you. I'm trying. So, you know, drop a follow if you want to see more Ace Attorney, because it's going to be nonstop Ace Attorney every day. Like, that's my promise to you, citizens of Zhengfa. And in the meantime, let us raid out to whomst be live at the momento. We've got Roxas, Maui. Okay, let me see. I've got a list of people we could raid out to. So stick around, don't touch that dial. We gotta go say hi to some people, you know, make their day, etc., etc. We've got Roxas, Villainous Sin. Villainous Sin is playing what? Kingdom Hearts. Oh, it's their subathon. You know what? Why don't we raid out the Roxas doing their subathon? That's fun. All right. Roxas is doing Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 remix. I know nothing about Kingdom Hearts. Why are they naming that thing like it's a freaking... I don't know. Like it's a cake recipe. Anyway, I've been Gallium GG. We're gonna be live again tomorrow around about 6 p.m. Pacific, maybe a little earlier. Follow if you want to see more Ace Attorney, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.